This episode is sponsored by the Tiltcats, which can be found at tiltcat.com. Also on enterprise.info, which is a weekly podcast about video games, right along with some reviews that can be found over on their website. The Carousel Podcast, which can be found at thecarouselpodcast.com. Also a weekly podcast, which can also be found on enterprise.info. But not only does it cover video games, also music, movies, and comics. So check them out. Today on review, we are looking at Pinball FX2, the Marvel Edition, which you can find over on PSN at just Marvel Pinball, and of course over on Xbox 360 is an add-on for Pinball FX2. And with this add-on, you get 4 tables, which is Spider-Man, Blade, Iron Man, and Wolverine, for roughly around $10. So, how about we find out in that review if the pinball game actually can stand alone just with a Marvel license, let alone add just a pinball game. So, on to the review of Pinball FX2 Marvel. This time we're going to be looking at Marvel Pinball for Pinball FX2 on Xbox 360, and of course you can get this also on the PlayStation 3, but it's a standalone title though. But in my case, I'm looking at it on the 360 case, and pretty much on the 360 it's just 4 new tables added on to your already probably growing collection of Pinball FX tables. Everything of course carry over, goal tracking, everything that is great and fantastic about Pinball FX. So what you get here that is pretty much new is of course the Marvel table, which you will get a Blade, a Spider-Man, Wolverine, and an Iron Man table. So 4 tables for $10. The tables themselves, it actually pretty much 3 of them is great and 1 of them is not so great. Mainly the Iron Man table, which to some people might actually enjoy that table, but overall it seemed a little more frustration that comes from it, since the way the layout is and the quarters and everything seemed to blend together too much, and I personally couldn't figure out, okay, what do I need to hit to get so many points. For some reason I cannot break the 2 million mark. On every other table I'm hitting 6 to 10 million. So personally, out of the 4 tables, Iron Man is the weakest, with a Colt Blade being the best, and Spider-Man and coming in Colt second, and Colt Wolverine at third. As far as being the comic fan, pretty much everything Marvel have translated here, as far as referencing certain things, and pretty much the feel of the comics actually carry over perfectly into this. So if you're a comic fan, you will love this. If you're a pinball fan, you're gonna love it. If you both, you're gonna be in heaven. But for me personally, as a pinball game and just a path to buy pinball level, don't get me wrong, I will buy a pinball machine if I can find one. So enjoyment can come at different level for the game, so it's a little hard to review. But personally, for me, Blade is the best table, and for $10 it seemed a little deep for only 4 tables. So I give Marvel Pinball FX2 a 3 out of 5.
Fantastic.
Tokyo and Tulsa, Oklahoma's largest anime, Japanese, and pop culture event, July 15th through 17th. 3 days of unique shopping, cosplay, Oklahoma's largest console gaming room, tabletop gaming, and thousands of dollars in giveaways. Over 100 hours of panels and events. Guests include actors from Dragon Ball Z, Soul Eater, Final Fantasy 13, and more. And don't miss Freeze Pop in concert Friday night. Go to tokyoandtulsa.com for info on all this non-stop family-friendly fun.
And that the cake is just a lie.